You know the feeling. It's 3 a.m. The room is pitch black. The only light hitting your face is the glow of your phone screen. You just saw 2 scatter symbols land on the reels. Bam, bam. The music swells. The third reel slows down. It spins simpler, faster. Your heart actually skips a beat. And then, it stops 1 inch too late. You lean back. You think, damn, I was so close. It's definitely going to hit on the next one. I need you to listen to me very carefully. You were not close. In the code of that machine, a near miss is mathematically identical to missing by a mile. But the game showed you that specific animation on purpose. Why? Because research shows that near misses trigger a dopamine release in your brain that is almost identical to actually winning. They are hacking your biology, and right now, you are the lab rat pressing the lever. Welcome to the Kalstrop Smart Betting Hub. Today, we are not just giving you picks. We are handing you the blueprints to the prison they built around you. We are going to tear down the illusion curtain, expose the rigged math, show you the dark ecosystem of streamers and affiliates, and finally, give you the weapons to fight back. Let's start with Chapter 1, the illusion curtain. Have you ever walked into a physical casino and tried to find a clock? You can't. Have you tried to find a window? They don't exist. You think that's an accident? It is a calculated sensory deprivation tank. Online casinos do the exact same thing. Look at the interface. No time indicators, infinite scrolling menus, complex maze-like exit buttons. Why? Because the data proves that when players lose track of time, they spend exactly 35% more money. 35%. That is not luck. That is design. And then there is the sound. Listen to this. You bet $10. You spin. You win. $5. The machine explodes with lights. You hear C major chords, sounds specifically chosen by engineers to trigger positivity. Bells ring. Coins clatter. But do the math. You bet 10. You got back 5. You lost $5. This is what we call LDW, losses disguised as wins. Your wallet knows you are bleeding, but your ears tell your brain you are winning. This creates a state of flow, shutting down your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for logic and financial decisions. You aren't making choices anymore. You are reacting to stimuli. And the scary part? The reward uncertainty. B.F. Skinner proved this decades ago. If you give a rat a treat every time it presses a button, it gets bored. But if you give it a treat randomly, that rat will press the lever until it starves to death. Unexpected rewards can spike your dopamine levels by 300% compared to expected rewards. That is what keeps you in the loop. Now let's peel back the second layer. Chapter 2, the numbers game. This is where the math gets brutal. You've heard of RTP, return to player. You see 96% RTP and you think, okay, safe enough. If I play with $100, I'll only lose 4. Wrong. That 96% is an average calculated over millions of spins. In the short term, your session, volatility is the beast that eats you alive. You could lose your entire bankroll in 20 minutes on a 96% RTP game because the variance is designed to wipe out small balances. But the biggest trap? The bonus. Congratulations! You won a $500 welcome bonus. It looks like free money, but look at the fine print. 20x wagering requirement. Let's do the math that they hope you never do. To withdraw that $500, you have to bet 20 times that amount. That is $10,000 in turnover. Now apply the house edge. Let's say the slot has a 5% house edge. 5% of $10,000 is $500. Do you see it yet? By the time you complete the wagering requirement, The mathematical expectation is that you have lost exactly the amount of the bonus. You end up with zero. The bonus wasn't a gift. It was a pair of handcuffs to keep you playing until your own money was gone too. Compare this to what we do at Kalstrop. In slots, you are fighting a random number generator that is fixed. You cannot beat it. It is infinite. In the Kalstrop Sports Hub, we deal with variables. Football, tennis, real life. A bookmaker sets odds based on public sentiment and risk management. They make mistakes. Our AI models analyze 95,000 matches. We look at XGA, player form, injuries. We find the edge where the probability of an outcome is higher than the odds imply. In slots, the house edge is a wall. In smart betting, the edge is a window, and we help you climb through it. But who is selling you these slots? That brings us to Chapter 3, the connection points, the ecosystem. This is the part that should make you angry. You go on YouTube or Twitch. You see a high roller. He's screaming, betting $5,000 a spin. He loses 50 grand and laughs it off. You think, if he can play like that, maybe the wins are real. It's all fake. Most of these streamers are playing on test servers or with sponsor balance. The money is not real. They have zero financial risk. They are actors. But how do they make money? Check the link in their bio. Use code WINNER. That is an affiliate link. And the standard deal in this industry is revenue share. Do you know what that means? It means they get paid a percentage of your net losses. Your losses. Typically between 25 and 45%. If you lose $1,000 tonight, that streamer you love gets $400 deposited into their account next month. They are financially incentivized for you to lose. If you win, they enter negative carryover, and they don't get paid until you lose it back. They are not your friends. They are business partners with the casino. And the casinos themselves? Who are they? You might see a site with thousands of games. You think it's a big company. Often, it's just a white label. A generic template bought for $20,000. They rent the games, they rent the license, they rent the payment processor. And the licenses? If you see a license from the UK Gambling Commission or MGA Malta, okay, there is some oversight. But if you see a generic master license from Curacao, or no license at all, be careful. In those jurisdictions, there is often no one to call when they refuse to pay you. A master license holder sublicenses to hundreds of shadowy sites and takes no responsibility. This is exactly why Kalstrop created the operator feedback system. We know the industry is a minefield. If you have a problem with an operator, you don't fight alone. We step in. We message them directly. We use the collective power of our community to demand a resolution. We are the union for the players. So we know the psychology, we know the math, and we know the enemies. Now, Chapter 4, Liberation Strategies. How do you get out? How do you stop being a victim? First, you need a psychological defense. Time limits. Use an alarm. Never play without a hard stop. Remember the 35% rule? Don't let them steal your time. Second, dismantle the gambler's fallacy. Your brain wants to believe patterns exist. Red came up 5 times, black is due. No, the roulette wheel has no memory. The slot machine has no memory. Each spin is an independent event. Stop chasing a future that isn't owed to you. Third, and most importantly, bankroll management. Here is the formula. Your monthly gambling budget should never, ever exceed 5% of your disposable income. And once that budget is set, you treat it like a ticket to a concert. You paid for the entertainment. If you leave with money, great. But expect to pay for the show. But if you want to stop paying for the show and start treating this like a business, that is where Kalstrop comes in. Stop playing slots. Just stop. The RTP is fixed against you. Move to skill-based ecosystems. use our blackjack strategy tools. We ran Monte Carlo simulations on 50,000 hands. We can tell you exactly when to hit, stand, or double down to reduce the house edge to less than 1%. Use the Sports Hub. Look at the money flow. Our Money Flow Hub tracks millions of bets in real time. We show you the P70 threshold, where the professional volume is going versus where the public is betting. Don't bet on a hunch. Bet on where the smart money is actually moving. The industry is designed to keep you in the dark, confused by bright lights and loud noises, chasing losses until you are empty. Kalstrop is the switch on the wall. We turn the lights on. We aren't promising you a Ferrari tomorrow. That's what the scammers do. We are promising you clarity. We are promising you data. And we are promising you a fair fight. We have a free starter package, $25 loaded into your account. No credit card tricks. Go to the Smart Betting Hub. Read these chapters again. Look at the charts. Stop hoping. Start calculating. You can access the Smart Betting section explained in this video in detail for free via Kalstrop. Welcome to Kalstrop. Welcome to the resistance.